which one of these motorcycles I like riding best. This is the type of road that the V4 loves. Every time I see a structured roadway, I just want to give it some juice, man. Give it some juice. Hey everybody, it's your good buddy 650 Eve here, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. I am, because today I'm going to figure out which one of my beautiful machines is my favorite. Is it going to be my 2016 Ninja H2 or my brand new 2019 Ducati V4R? A lot of my subscribers have asked, hey, which one is better? A lot of people have their own opinion on that, but today we're going to find out. I'm going to put both of these bikes on the filthy streets and determine which one I prefer as a road bike. Eventually, I'll put both bikes on the track, and that'll be a separate video. We'll figure that out too. But for right now, these bikes are just really beautiful. They both have exquisite parts. They both are very unique. Single-sided swing arms, very, very cool bikes. We gotta figure out which one is the winner. But as today, as you can see, I'm at the beautiful Dover Dam near Southern Ohio, and these roads were just made for beautiful machines like this. Let's get them on the road, but before we could do that, let's put them on the scale and see how much they weigh. The way the 650 Eve weighs his motorcycles is always with a full tank of premium fuel. And to demonstrate that, let's pop the fuel tank open on the Ninja H2. You can see lots of fuel in there swishing around. Let's check out the very young Ducati V4R with its quick release fuel cap by my good buddy Manny from MOTO. Full tank of fuel in there also. So now, let's put these babies on the scale. All right, we've got the bike on the Intercom wireless scales, and let's see, oh, look at this. Dover Dam, located on the Tuscarawas River, constructed and operated by the Corps of Engineers, the US Army. Pretty cool. All right, let's see how much this beautiful motorcycle weighs. And according to our Intercom wireless scales, this motorcycle weighs roughly 400, and it's all over the place because of the wind, I'd imagine. But let's just say 422 pounds. So the Ducati V4R weighs 422 pounds with a full tank of gasoline. Premium gasoline, 93 octane, which is the best we have in the United States, by the way. All right, next up, the Kawasaki Ninja H2. We've got the Ninja H2 on the Intercom wireless scales. Let's see how much this thing weighs. We already know that the Ducati V4R weighs 422 pounds. So the Ninja H2 weighs 489 pounds, basically. 489 pounds. That is a 67-pound difference between the two motorcycles. And although they have a lot in common with the single-sided swing arm and everything else, lots of carbon fiber, these bikes weigh a lot different. 67 pounds, that is really significant. When you're talking about a bike that's halfway track focused, halfway street focused, like the Ninja H2 is, compared to the fully track weapon of the Ducati V4R. Weight really matters. So before I can hit the filthy streets for my ride, I've got to put my protective gear on, and I am rocking all of the amazing Alpinestars cool gear. These are the Missile R pants, leather pants. They're fantastic. They connect to my GP Tech Air jacket, which has the Tech Air vest installed. Once it's activated, those beautiful LED lights will illuminate. And then I've got the awesome Alpinestars boots, Super Tech R, two-piece boots. They're really awesome. Can't go wrong with this amazing Alpinestars gear. First bike I'm going to ride today is the Kawasaki Ninja H2. I'm going to rip it off the Intercom wireless scales and take it for a rip. Okay, well first of all, you may have just heard that the bike has a very twitchy throttle. And it came like that stock. And I also had this motorcycle ECU flashed by my good buddy Don Gould, which eliminated a bunch of restrictions on the motorcycle, made it much faster. But the throttle, it's still very twitchy. You roll over a bump and be prepared to, whoop, see, look at that. You hit a bump and the throttle just wants to do what it wants to do. That's one problem with the bike, but as you can hear, it has an auto blipper. Now, the auto blipper comes stock on, I believe, the 2017 and newer Ninja H2s. Mine did not have an auto blipper stock, but again, my good buddy Don Gould flashed the ECU and enabled the auto blipper, which works great. Most people love the Ninja H2 because of its ridiculous, super fast speed. And it does have that. I mean, it is a supercharged motorcycle, for Pete's sake. And you really have to be careful when riding this bike because you pop down in the second gear and it's gone. And I was just lightly touching the throttle. I'm in third gear right now and whatever mile an hour that was happens in the beat of an eye. That's great. But how is the bike when you just want to cruise? I'd say it's just okay when cruising. It consumes a lot of fuel, I will tell you that. It's not fuel efficient. But most people that ride this bike don't really care about fuel economy. What they do care about is that burst of speed, that adrenaline rush that you get when riding this beastly motorcycle. And it pleases in that fact, indeed. The bike sits low. I've had mine lowered 3/4 of an inch. But even at stock height, it's a low sitting motorcycle. First gear, I mean, it could easily do crazy wheelies without even really thinking about the throttle. It has a KYB suspension, and they're known for making supercross and really heavy motorcycle suspension. So what they've done for the Ninja H2, perfect. I mean, it's not as good as an Uhlens, and the newer Ninja H2 does come with the Uhlens suspension. I'd love to test that out, just see how good it is, but of course I'm behind a slow-moving vehicle, which means I'm going to turn around so I can try to get some good riding experience on this bike. But the gauges, let's talk about that. They're LCD, they're not TFT. They look pretty good in the daylight. They're black on white. At nighttime, it's kind of hard to read them. The newer Ninja H2 has a combination of an LCD and a TFT screen. Much better than this one, in fact. That was actually a consideration for me getting the new Ninja H2, was the beautiful TFT LCD screen. It handled that bump I just went over really nicely. So this is a great bike. I mean, you could be riding in fourth gear like I'm doing now at about 4,500 RPM. Give it some throttle and it's ready to go. Not a lot of motorcycles can do that in the higher gears. This is, of course, a 1,000cc motorcycle with a supercharger. So that type of performance is pretty much expected. Quick shifter works flawlessly. How does the bike handle? Well, a couple of my good buddies ride their Ninja H2s on a road racing track, and they do a pretty good job at it. So you can actually road race this motorcycle if you wanted to. A bit heavy for my tastes, but people do it without a problem. But I'd say the vast majority of Ninja H2 owners love this bike for what we're doing right now. Cruising back roads, cruising the highway, high rate of speed, having forced induction at your disposal, having a bike that looks great. It's a conversation piece. Everywhere I go on the bike, people want to talk about it. Older folk remember the first generation Ninja H2, and they remark about how fast that bike was in its time. And the younger folk just look at this bike and say, what the hell is it? Is it a transformer? What is this thing with this trellis frame? You can easily get yourself in a world of trouble riding this Ninja H2. Excessive speed and things like that are very much commonplace on this beastly machine. I've also taken long trips on this bike, and it's relatively comfortable, even for me at being 6'3", 225 pounds. It's a comfortable bike. The butt holders are really nice. The Ninja H2, a perfect hooligan machine. Everyone that rides this motorcycle immediately gets addicted to its performance. My good buddy Do It With Dan rode my Ninja H2 one time. And then he went out and purchased his own. The same with Mustang Dame and Boosted H2. A lot of people immediately fell in love with this bike. It's just that type of machine. I mean, who wouldn't want the ridiculous adrenaline rush that you get? The only thing I can compare this motorcycle to is one of those roller coasters. A super fast one, and very modern roller coaster. And yes, you can ride the Ninja H2 in a civilized fashion, without a doubt. Just cruising in third gear, nothing wrong. But unfortunately, it does compel you to misbehave all the time. Open stretches of road like this, just want to double down. And give it a run for its money. Of course, you got to watch out for traffic. You never know when a car like that is just going to come on out into the highway. That guy's not wearing any gear. Pity, pity. Back at the Dover Dam. Let's put our turn signal on. And let's pull that V4R out of the trailer and give it a dance. This motorcycle does not have self-canceling turn signals. The Ducati V4R does, albeit I think they stole it from my good buddies at BMW. Still, that's a nice feature. So I just jumped off the Ninja H2 and we have a change of scenery. I had to leave the Dover Dam and we are here at State 8 Motorcycles. And I will explain why when I return. But for right now, let's give you this back-to-back comparison of my Ninja H2 and my Ducati V4R. The first thing I can tell you is this bike is 1,000 times more comfortable than the Ninja H2. I know that's a pretty bold statement. They're both super sport motorcycles. But this one, in comparison to the H2, feels almost like a cruiser in comfort. I kid you not. It could have something to do with the fact that the Ninja H2 has been lowered 3/4 of an inch from its stock height. And even its stock height is much lower than the V4R. But for whatever reason, I am much more comfortable on this machine. Let's talk about the power This bike, I'm gonna guess, makes a little less horsepower than the Ninja H2. I mean, the H2 is a 999cc motorcycle with the supercharger. This is a 998cc. The H2 is an inline 4, this is a V4. But this has a lot more usable power, I like to call it. A lot more fun power. Let's call it that. Let's make a new category and call it fun power. Because cruising right now in third gear, I'm about 6,500 RPM. Whoa, and I've got power. As soon as you hit the throttle, it goes. You don't really have to wring its neck or act too much like a hooligan on the V4R. And I definitely feel, just from riding it that short distance, I can definitely feel the 67-pound weight difference between the two machines. This bike obviously has an advantage because it weighs less. Still cruising in third gear. And when I accelerate, it doesn't want to rip my arms off. Wow. This, I could just call it just a well-balanced power delivery. Auto gripper works great, as does the quick shifter. They both have an advantage over the Ninja H2. Because the gearbox on this bike is silky smooth. I dare say you can't find a smoother gearbox on any modern super sport motorcycle. Wow. And this is the type of road that the V4 loves. Indeed it does. As you see, the bike can wheelie even with those beautiful winglets. Wow. As you can see, this is just a more fun bike to ride than the Ninja H2. The Ninja H2, you're always thinking about death and your funeral expenses and what you're going to leave to your family when you're riding the beast. This one, not so much. You're thinking about, hi, you scared me, jogger. You're thinking about how much fun you can have.
I can hear your voice.
What a great machine. What a great machine. And this is just a street comparison. You just wait till I put both bikes on the track, and then we'll really see what's what. The V4R will absolutely slaughter the Ninja H2 on the track. Wow. Oh, we're going over some bumps. And the Uline suspension on the V4R handles those bumps a lot better than the KYB suspension on the Ninja H2. We're just stacking up all the advantages for the V4R. But I'm being unbiased as I can be. The V4R is just that much more of a motorcycle than the Ninja H2. It's probably, when you think about it, not really a great comparison. I think they categorized the Ninja H2 as a hyper motorcycle, where this one is definitely a super sport track slaying demon. So to compare the two, probably not the best, but then what the hell can you compare to Ninja H2? If not something like this. I mean, it definitely, you can't compare the ZX14R or the Suzuki Hayabusa The Ninja H2 slays those two machines almost as much as this one slays the H2. So before you start thinking that I am a hater on the H2, obviously not. I own the motorcycle, I love it, I haven't sold it. It's a great machine, but it just does not stack up to this beautiful Ducati, the V4R, that every time I see a stretch of roadway, I just want to give it some juice, man, give it some juice. Yeah, what a fun bike. I mean, bottom line, you can have a lot more fun on the Ducati V4R than you would have on the Ninja H2, flat out. The Ninja H2 is a great smackdown weapon. It's a great drag strip track weapon. It's a beautiful looking machine. It's an eye turner. It's a conversation piece. It's an iconic motorcycle. It's second iteration from the first one back in the 70s. But at the end of the day, my pick between the two is the Ducati V4R. Let's check the boxes. For styling, the V4R beats the H2. For comfort, the V4R wins. For rideability, the V4R. For handling, the V4R. For power, the Ninja H2. Yes, it has more power. But how much? We're going to start a new category, fun power. The V4R beats the H2 because it has more fun power. For sound, well, you be the judge. Yes, you'd probably agree with me. The V4R beats the H2 on the sound contest as well. Let's talk about something else like the gauges. The V4R wins in that category as well. It has a second generation thin film transistor TFT gauge here that has a day and night feature, and it has an automatic feature that'll change that for you. It also has daytime running lights that automatically activate. Both bikes have full LED lights, so every single light on both of the motorcycles is light emitting diode. There are no incandescent bulbs on either bike. I think that's pretty awesome for modern bikes to have that feature. And so here we are, back at State 8 Motorcycles. This is where I purchased my very first 2016 Aprilia RS V4RF. And this is where, within about 2 weeks, I will collect my 2019 Aprilia RS V4 factory. So that is why we have decided to appear at State 8 Motorcycles right now. There's going to be some amazing content coming to the 650E YouTube channel all summer. as I prepare to collect my beautiful 2019 Aprilia RS V4R 1100 factory and my 2020, I believe is what they're calling it, BMW S1000RR M Sport Edition, which is going to be amazing, amazing content for your viewing pleasure on the channel. To wrap this up, my favorite of the two motorcycles, my Ninja H2 or my beautiful Ducati V4R, definitely goes to the Ducati V4R. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you're currently a subscriber, tap that bell so you can be notified when I upload new content. Lots of new videos are coming, as I mentioned. Stay tuned for that. You're going to be amazed, entertained, and you're definitely going to get your free money's worth by viewing these videos. So definitely stay tuned. It's getting dark out here, and it looks like it might rain. So it's time to pack these motorcycles back up, or that motorcycle back up into the trailer and head home. Thank you guys so much for viewing. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more.